What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had a wonderful... I heard the ba-da-da, and then my brain crashed. Started their week. Hello, Mango, how goes it? And hello, Brugger, also, and hello, Rob, as well. Capri Sun. Capri Sun. Migraine things today, I see. Hopefully they become someone else's grains soon. But yeah, today we are back with our Minccino Shiny Hunt. Last stream, we got to 7,000 encounters. This stream, we'll be getting past 7,000 encounters. How exciting. How's things with you? Pretty solid. Had a chill day today, but yesterday I saw my sister and nephews, and I will probably talk about that a bit this stream because something exciting happened. And I don't mean when the older one threw up because he ate too many olives. Because that was pretty exciting. Was when the my eldest nephew ate too many olives and threw up everywhere. I gotta respect it. Like, honestly, let's be... Okay, first things first. This. Second things second, that. Third things third, I gotta respect it. You know. Little guy knew what he wanted. Olives. Did that have negative side effects? Yes. Was he happy about it? No. But I've got to respect it, you know? Olives more like, oh dear. Quite indeed. But yeah, I guess that's the moral of today's stream, is 11 olives is the limit. Don't eat more than 11. Eat more than 11 olives? Yikes! You know? You following along? You following along at home? Speaking of, what's everyone here had for dinner? What's everybody's dinner's been? He threw up after only 11. He is 5. Let's, like, put that on the table. Very small. Tomato soup. Understandable. Love a good bit of tomato soup. But yeah, I had lasagna. Love a good bit of lasagna, you know? So the safe maximum is 2 times your age. You're onto something. You're onto something, Mango. I'm gonna be honest, you're onto something. If you eat 1 over that, you throw up. But if you don't... Mango, they should hire you as an olivologist. You should be an olivologist. When you get the Global Olive Award, I'll be like in the crowd clapping like I raised that, Mango. No? Don't want it? You're wasting your talents. Good. This is unbelievable. The gall. The olive world needs you. Do you understand how much better a place the world would be with you? SMH. My head. You haven't eaten, been sleeping. Understandable. Well, what are you going to have for dinner? Future tense. What will happen? You've also been doing a fair amount of the sleep, which means you haven't had dinner yet. Guys, remember when... You're currently eating. Oh, I see. I missed that. My apologies. What are you currently dining on, Mango? What is your dining choice? Not really sure. Not really sure you're up to eating at the moment. We'll see. I see. Well, let me know when you are. I will be waiting eagerly to hear this news. Salmon and rice? Yo. I say yo like I'm a salmon fan. I'm not. Rice? That's good. I like rice. Salmon? You know? No fish? No fish. I mean, it's not like I don't want to catch salmonella. Salmonella. Alright. Okay, where's the redeem to end the stream? There is no end stream redeem. I'm not making one of those. Exactly. Exactly. The only redeem I'll be making is contract salmonella, or when you redeem it, you contract salmonella. I'm looking forward to tech. You want it? You see, that's positive enforcement. That's eagerness, which is interesting. Yahoo!
We added 3 bits to Content Mango's power-ups redemption.
The fuck? Oh. Oh, I see. I see now. That might get annoying. That might get a little bit annoying, I'm gonna be honest. Because it's September at the moment. That's like the dub right now, is it's September. It's only until tomorrow. September ends halfway through September? What's the point? Calling it September then? Well, if you want that discounted Twitch subscription price, you better subscribe now. And if you don't, then fair enough. No pressure. The thing with the extra bits ends tomorrow, I see. Well, that's good, because that means I've only gotten hit to buy the Twitch TTS once. So... Ugh. And it's only on the weird power-ups, and if you do 300 plus... Yeah, I feel like I was aware of that much. I remember reading about it. I didn't realize it was going to do a text-to-speech message, and nor did I realize it was going to end halfway through the fucking month. Twitch do be strange sometimes. Real and true, actually. Real and true. Yahoo! Yahoo! Little dog. Little dog emote that. Yeah. Alright. Oh, right then. I didn't realize how early on in the 7Ks we were. I'm still contemplating doing a longer stream to get to, like, odds at some point. I think that could be fun, but we'll see. We'll find out. Orc, I see. Like, a while ago, I checked to see if there was a limit to how many bits you could have. How did you check? Like, did you buy the bits? Did you spend multiple hundred euro on bits? Is that what you mean? Tomsop. Indeed, Sinister Spectral. Indeed, that is what Brugger had for dinner. Welcome to the stream. What will or did you have for dinner? Dinner plans. And in a page on bits, it said that you could buy about 250k. That's a lot. Considering like each one is like a pence. That's like 2.5 grand. Which is a pretty grand amount. It's your birthday tomorrow. Hell yeah. Happy birthday for tomorrow. I hope that it goes well. Their official page said specifically about. It says the chance it's like 256k. Because I know that's like an integer. Bit integer. So could that be the truth? Sorry, my shoulder started hurting and I started pressing it. You know how it is. When your bones don't work like they used to before. Halfway to what? I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, Jellu. I feel like you don't need to think too hard to figure out what we're halfway to. No, it's not exactly. Exactly. Take my name, I'll give it, I swear. Whoa, shit, I got a chip. Oh, it's hand. I see. Well, your spelling goes wrong. Mine went wrong as well, don't worry. Thank you, Spectral. See how easy it was? Oh, you were trying to make me do the singing. Which I did do in the end. To be, in my defense, I did sing. You bought an interesting game yesterday. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Fair enough. Is that like a tutorial? Are you going to get a knock on the door? I feel like it's one of those games that you might be on a watch list now you bought it. Should have gotten that free on Epic Games a while back, but it's a good game. I've forgotten my Epic Games password. I tried to go into Epic Games yesterday to, what was it called? I tried to go on Epic Games yesterday to, see what the free games were at the moment. Then I realized I'd forgotten it, because I changed it the other month, because of the password leak. I was like, oh, I better change my password, and I did do that. I did change my password. But now I don't fucking know what it was before. Not before, not after. No, I know what it was before. I remember what it was before, but I don't know anymore. I'll have to reset it or something. Wow. Alright. It's a Zelda clone. I see, I see. He does sometimes do that, to be fair. Alright. Shine for us, please, Minccino. 100 more years. 100 more years. Minccino Shiny Hunt, 100 more years. I'm going to pass this on to my children. And they'll pass it on to their children. Picture this. Dust settles over the land. The buildings are, like, rotting. They're, like, toppling over. The skyscrapers are. A, like, robotic drone flies over the land, like, scanning everything below. And then frightening off, like, the little, like, robot birds just perching on a rock. Let's go! And then it zooms in and there's, like, a guy in, like, futuristic gear on his Nintendo DS with a hologram counter projector next to him. And he's like, I did it! I got the shiny Minccino! It only took 3 million soft resets. Let's go! And then he gets shot through the head by a laser from one of, like, the little robot guys. Making sure humanity's gone. But when we're sitting next to each other in hell, I'll be like, my man! My man! You know? You're my child! So, I'm a virgin. Are you like Jesus? Thank you, Rob. Die doing what you love. No, he was tasked to do that. Reminds me of the Alakazation big tree thing. So what happens when someone does it? Finds the shiny? Imagine if it can't be shiny. No, it can. You is Jeebus. Impressive. I didn't even know I gave birth. But I'm glad that I'm going to be featured in the sequel of the New York Times of one of the New York Times bestsellers. They cut down a big tree for generations in SAO. I see. Isn't that like a video game, though? I guess this is a video game. I'm starting to see the link. The connecting threads. Everything is a video game. Life is like a video game, trying to collect coins. No, wait. My life is like a video game, trying hard to beat this stage. Link from pop hit game series Legend of Zelda. Oh, is he the guy in spandex? Except Concord, that is no longer a video game. It was, though, at one point. And that counts for something. Maybe. Maybe not much. That was like a funny month on Twitter. Maybe less than. Is Concord getting cancelled and everyone being like, oh, fuck, man. Astrobot getting released and everyone being like, this is peak, this is awesome, this is great. PlayStation might be so back, and then the PS5 Pro got announced, and everyone was like... True, now you have to buy it on eBay for £500. That being Concord, or the, other one? Astrobot. I keep on trying to call it Astro Boy. But no, that's a different thing. That's different. Not the same. But yeah. Honestly, speaking of, I've become Concord. People selling the physical copies. I see. Imagine if Sony just starts buying them back up. That's why the PlayStation 5 Pro costs so much. Because, like, they're spending so much money buying back all the physical copies of Concord. Crazy. If I could go back in time right now, I would go back in time maybe like 2 months, and I'd warn myself about 9/11. Yeah, but yeah, PS5 Pro is fucking whack. Yeah, it's a lot. Just a bit of money. Like, it's crazy because even if Nintendo weren't damn good at making video games, they'd still just be winning the console wars at the moment. Like, the new console wars is like which company's the worst. It's just funny because a decade ago people were saying Nintendo should just start making third-party games. Personally, I can't believe they try sell without disk drive. Hey, Rob. You can buy the disk drive separately. Like, the issue is, right, Concord is being removed from people's PlayStation accounts. Right? Unless I've just fallen victim to some jape or scam. It's just being removed from people's accounts, right? Okay, if you can find one, they're sold out. I mean, so's the PS5 Pro, to be fair. But, in fact, it's probably not, actually. Maybe that was, like, the thing. They were like, if scalpers can sell our console for so much, why can't we? Maybe that was their genius idea there. They're like, these scalpers are getting all the money. That's no good. Do they get their money back? I assume not. I fear the answer to that is no. Unless Concord is a free game. It might be. I might just be live. No, wait, but there were physical copies. Yes, they have removed them, but I guess even if you clicked on it, you can play it. And, like, that's, like, the general issue. It's like... Yeah. I'm 100% on the side of, like, we shouldn't be removing disk drives and shit. But isn't the issue more baked into the games? Oh, Sony did refund the digital ones. I see. That's good, then. Like... The fact that these games can just shut up shop and just, like, become lost media overnight. Concord released what? Maybe like a month ago? Month and a half at most? And it's gone. You cannot ever play it again. We're not talking some, like, niche game from, like, the 90s. We're talking a game that released this year. They just decided it wasn't profitable enough, and now it's gone, and you can never play it again. No one will ever experience Concord again. Say what you want about the game, you know? Like, I don't know the quality of it. I didn't hear anything about it. And I'm sure that's one of the reasons it shut down is because it either wasn't advertised or just had no impact as a game. But I don't think games should just be able to disappear. Physical copies are harder, but they said you can get refunds from distributors, or you could sell it for 500 quid and get more than a refund. But always round, like... It just rubs me the wrong way how many, like, games are online now, right? Like, entirely online. Because, like, fair enough, like, some first-person shooters and shit, like, Splatoon... are... Like, you can't play them online anymore. You know, the servers are shut down. I can see an argument for why the servers should be kept up, but, like, bluntly put, that is money to upkeep the servers. But you can still go into the games and experience their single players and stuff, right? And again, I guess if a game doesn't have... Can you, like, still play it locally? Turf War locally? Is that a thing? Or is that not a thing? Like, I shut down the servers and all the goated games, even if they're single player. So it's hard to play them now. As in, Lego games had servers that they were played on. I think only 2,000 people bought it. Huh. But yeah, like, I could see argument for, like, oh. Then again. Have the servers for shit like Halo reached the original shutdown? Or are they still up? Maybe, like, when the company goes to shut down the servers, they could give out the server program so people could, in theory, host their own. I think in a perfect world, there would be, like, an answer like that to those kind of conundrums. But again, it brings up the, they're going to be very reluctant to give away that kind of personal, not personal, but, like, company secured information, right? They're, that information, like, they're going to be very reluctant to give it away. Hopefully fans can still manage to get it and do it, but... yeah, I think in a perfect world, games wouldn't just shut down like that. But, like... my issue with games like Concord is just that they can be entirely ripped away, right? Stuff like Splatoon being, like, unplayable or multiplayer anymore. It's like... that sucks. It genuinely sucks, but you can still go into the games and do the single player and stuff like that. I don't know. But, like, when I think about it that hard, like, Concord, I doubt, had a single player, right? It was just online. Good think. As I read that in chat, I imagined, like, the, bro visited his friend. Like, when I think about it, could think. Maybe I'll make that later. Anyway, like, it's certainly a step up to, like, still be able to, like, go into a game. But, like, is it all that much better that, like, that shit is just shut down for good? Stopping a gaming experience from being had ever again? Again, the issue is like, current day and age, it's a complicated argument. Because servers cost money to upkeep, right? But I think it's a shame that money has to be considered so heavily. And money having to be considered so heavily, I think, is time and time again fucking over the gaming industry. Which is funny, is, like, a fun, like... video games are, like, an emergent, more recent form of, like, art. And I do think video games are art. You could argue they've very much evolved from board games into video games, you know? That kind of thing. It's interesting that, like, all of their shortcomings are being made by the fundamental system we're in, right? Can't really blame them for something like that. Wouldn't want to pay rent for a house I don't use. Like, I do get that, but I'm not sure that's, like, a one-to-one example enough, right? Like... in a way, I do agree. But, like, by the same token, it's like... people are never going to get to experience that again. That's an experience that could have been had in a very specific window of time, and, like, why? Why are we kicking the sand over this kind of stuff? I mean, they are a business, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, on one hand, they are a business, but on the other hand, I think it's kind of sucky that because of that, we have to lose shit. Like, I've been explicitly saying this whole time, like, I get it, servers cost money to upkeep, but, like, the fact of the matter is, like, there are games people are never going to be able to play again, because it was just too much money to upkeep the servers. Concord is a game that people won't get to play again. That's like a one and done 3-week window of an experience that's gone. But then even beyond the fact that people won't get to try it, the people who made it, the people who put all that effort into it, they don't have anything to show for that anymore. It's gone. Like, I guess at day's end, following back to the Splatoon example, like, you can see the effort went into this game, because when you boot it back up, when you go back on it, you can see, oh, this was a thing that was made. This is a thing that's had blood, sweat, and tears poured into it. The devs worked on Concord for years. Imagine their reaction exactly like it's a video game. I'm sure they did. Like, there's a thing that... Imagine making something. Imagine putting so much of your time and effort into something, putting it out there for a couple of weeks, and then just being ripped away, and no one can ever look at it again. Which is the thing equally happening with shows on streaming services. I think that's an unignorable fact. But I think the truth on that matter is, if a TV show is pirated, or I guess a less dubious option of just being sold on DVD elsewhere, then it still physically exists, right? Then it's still a thing that exists. It's not entirely gone because people can still go and experience it. But video games sit in a very different pocket when they're multiplayer. Because when those servers shut down, that's gone for good. Never coming back. And it just puts video games in a very, like, awkward spot, because it's more than just video game. Like, the issue with video games is more than just the physical disc drive. The physical disc drive, I think, is important and should be kept, because I think it's good to have, like, the physical form of the media of the game, right? I think it's good to have, like, a physical, tangible thing to hold on to and be like, this is my favorite game, you know? I like that. That's the thing I like. I bought, like, 3 games. No, okay, to be fair, Steam, computer, have bought a lot of games on that, so I don't have those physically. But, like, most of my Switch games, I'm not sure if you can hear the noises I'm trying to, like, make on them, but they're right next to me. They're right there. But the fundamental truth is even games there on my shelf physically, I'm not going to be able to play anymore to their full extent. Okay, most of them I will. I'm not all that much of a multiplayer guy, but, like, Splatoon 3, that's a whole... The main meat of that game is going to be gone. Because, one day the servers are going to go down. And I just think that sucks. I think that sucks balls big style. I think Concord is very much an... It's managed to be like an extreme worst case scenario that you can physically reference as a thing that's happened. of like, this is a game that existed for about 3 weeks and then it was just gone because it didn't perform well enough. Because it wasn't worth the upkeep. Like, I think it's just a fundamental issue with the art form that it's going to have to be addressed at some point. Because as gaming develops, we're getting more and more even single-player experiences. Genshin Impact can be played multiplayer, but it's fundamentally a server-based game, right? And then there are loads of mobile games on top of that that are just that. And possibly the millions they spend in the 8 years in development. Exactly. But, like, there are more and more games that one day they will just be entirely unplayable. And that's an issue with the fact that that's like an issue with the fact that the gaming industry is, like, the console gaming industry has tried to move away from physical copies. The PC gaming industry moved away from those, like, ages ago, to be fair. But the console game, like, the console industry are, like, trying to move away from that themselves now. And that's just an issue with how many online games there are. Like, no, I think you can launch. No, you can't, actually, at the moment. Wait, maybe you can? I'm not sure if you can. I think you can play Minecraft offline. I think there were some server issues, but I think you can play Minecraft offline. Maybe. To be fair, you can on, like, I mean, you should be able to on console. Maybe you can't. But like stuff like that and Fortnite, they're just gonna be gone one day. Putting a disc inside a laptop to play a game is just annoying. I mean, that's more or less what you have to do with, like, any other console, though, right? Like, it's not the same. It kinda is, but, like, I think fundamentally, on, like, a proper, like, objective scale, it's the same. But, like, because that's not a thing that you're, like, in your brain is like, yes, this is how it's done. Then, at least with the Animal Crossing mobile game, they're gonna make it offline before they shut it down. Exactly. After the shutting down of the Wii U and 3DS eShop, I'm glad that Nintendo are making a good move on mobile, on I guess that specific mobile market. It'll be interesting to see if stuff like Fire Emblem Heroes gets the same treatment when it inevitably shuts down. Did Mario run? Speaking of the games, did you hear all 20 devs in the studio who made Stray just all handed in their resignations today? I did not hear that. Why? What happened? Did Mario Run shut down? I think it did. Mario Run's still going. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I've lied to you. I just thought it had because I haven't played it in so long. And that's on me. I remember I fucking loved playing Mario Run. instead of revising for my GCSEs. I think lying and being wrong are different. When the effects your actions have are the same, should the consequences not be shared as well? I'm not sure. I think it was the CEO making bad decisions. I see. Well, that sucks. Not good. I've not played it, but I've heard very good things about Stray. Oh wait, I've not played it, but I think I watched RTGame play the full thing now that I think about it. I mean, it might... Yeah, it was probably RTGame. RTGame's like one of the few guys still doing what are tantamount to Let's Plays. Often. I think Slimecicle's done a few, but... It's like a dying breed, and I saw a post about it, where it was like, it's a shame how, like... everything needs to be a challenge these days. Like, if I woke up tomorrow and wanted to play Stray on stream, right? Number one, like, I think I'd fall victim to, like, how many people would actually want to watch me play it. And if I wanted to make that into a video, how many people would even watch that? Unless I market it as, like, VTuber speedruns Stray blind? Can I be... like, so many... what words am I looking for? Let's look at Pokemon content, right? Let's look at Pokemon content. The cat dream. The cat... we were talking about the cat game just now, so I referenced it. Like, I think Pokemon is a great example of this, right? You don't just see, I did a Pokemon Nuzlocke anymore. You see, can I beat Pokemon with my eyes closed? Can I beat Pokemon with only Pokemon beginning with the letter G? Like... can I beat Pokemon? Can I? Like... like, you don't... no chance, but that's the point, that's what I'm saying! Listen to the words that I speak! That doesn't happen anymore. It's always got to be a challenge. It's always got to be... something. Like, these days on YouTube, everything's got to be, like, high-paced editing. High-paced editing, some kind of, like, gimmick. Something to make it worth watching. Like, you don't see, like, the Pokemon Let's Plays you used to on YouTube anymore. You could, if you looked for them, but you'll find they all have, like, 40 views at most. Because there's just no market for it anymore. Like... yeah, it's just... not how YouTube works. And I do think it's a shame. But... funny considering how Let's Plays took over the internet in the 2010s. Like, they were, like, the thing for a bit there, and now... You should do a blindfolded speedrun. Wait, on a treadmill? And every hour I have to eat... Every hour that passes I have to eat a jalapeno. Ghost pepper, actually. I don't know why my mind went to jalapeno. Ghost pepper. And if I don't beat it in 2 hours, I get shot in the head. Like, feet tied up. Oh, 'cause I'm on the treadmill. I was just concerned then for like a moment. Like, are these on camera? But yeah, like it's interesting to see the waves and how things go on the internet. Then have to sleep on stream if you don't finish it, where everyone has access to your smart speaker. I saw the classic video. Well, no, I'm remembering the classic video where the guy's like sleeping. The guy's snoozing during one of those challenges, and someone's thing goes like, "Hey Alexa, what's my current location?" Which it obviously responded with. And now Twitch is giving the ability to let, like, people post clips they make straight to, like, their channels, their TikToks and YouTubes. Which I've enabled, but, like, if I ever dox myself live, did they actually get doxed? I think they did. I think it actually doxed them. I might be wrong, because it did beep over it, so maybe it was just but the guy's reaction seemed pretty my location is being revealed to everyone watching right now. So boo. Boo. Why am I being booed? But yeah, like, so yeah, these days, like, if you dox yourself, like, a viewer could just clip that shit and boom, it's on their TikTok, so you can't even delete the clip. Ghost, are you calling me dead? But yeah, like, yeah, you are. That's so mean, Mango. Are you alive? I think so. Yeah. I got a pulse. Who are we doxing? You! Hi, hello you, my voice broke glass. You're here and poor. Oh. Remember, you live in my walls. Yeah, and we just dox the location of my walls, not the rest of my house. Only 600 points. Oh, I see, I see. Because you got the Cahir gunk. If you'd saved up to 5 times that amount. Imagine what you could have gotten. But, worth, like, it was for someone else. That was a very generous deed. You're a bit of a philanthropist with the good boy points. With the GBP. Why did the music stop right there? Why did the music? You don't have a Switch, why would you need a gunk? Who doesn't need a gunk? You also didn't have to, like, redeem it for someone else. Like, there was no need to, There was no need to redeem that. You could have just saved. No, you don't have to redeem that either. You can just spend it all on Moist Critical. Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm waiting for! That's what it's all about! Woo! You know. Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm waiting for! That's what it's all about! Woo! I need to, get the boo-womp sound effect still. Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm in it for. That's what it's all about. Woo! Now you have 100 channel points!
Hey!
Now you have 90 channel points! 0. 90. You know what? The next person to, no, I've not got a bit lined up. I was gonna do a bit where I, like, asked for something that would require channel points, but then I couldn't figure out, like, an actual answer. So, yeah, you're not falling victim to that today. Your hands are cold? Are you human? What about Mario Bye Bye? Well, speaking of, goodbye, Brugger. Oh, what was I looking for? The issue is like, putting, like, 50 trillion redeems, is I want the blurbs that are redeems to be ones that people are going to use. There's some down below that you can do for channel points, right? Like, down below, like, there are loads of ones that, like, you can just use not channel points on, you can use, bits on. But I want the channel point ones to be ones that are actually going to be used. Womp Womp is a good one. That would be used. You know, people could use Womp Womp when, like, shit goes wrong, right? That's the thing that people use. I can envision people using it. But, like, that's just a theory. That might be used, like, once in the next year. Maybe I'll use that, that's just a theory for channel points, but, like... Just a theory? That's just a theory! A game theory, you know? How about the Heart Cat? Maybe, but again, like, there's another issue that then comes in that it clogs up the feed. Yeah, I might know who goddamn MatPat is. You said just a theory? You were asking! But yeah, I don't want to, like, clog it up. I was asking if that's what you meant. Oh, I see. So, since he's retired, you know, he's like a old YouTube thing. I'm not sure I'd expect young'uns to understand that reference, you know. Because only kids born before 2005 will understand this. I guess people at this point. If you were born before 2005, you're an adult. But yeah, like, I might add Boo-Womp. That one's funny. I like that one. But, I don't want to clog it up too much. I'm probably going to remove the Mario Blue Shell and the Shiny Legends Arceus Shiny jingle sooner rather than later, just because they're clogging it up, you know? They're unnecessary. I wish I could get rid of the power-ups, because no one ever fucking uses those either. Mango uses them sometimes. Like, I don't want that to be loads, just because I don't want people to open it. Like, there are channel point redeems there that are meant for people meant to, like, see them and be like, oh. And then get motivated to watch more streams. I mean, no, I mean, they'll think it's funny when they redeem them. So they'll be like, but they won't find those if they're all the way, if they're like 3 scrolls down. The what's? They're like power-ups where you can get message effects or make an emote bigger or get an on-screen celebration, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't see that because I look at OBS. Like the Blue Shell Shiny jingle and medium funny at best. I thought they'd be funnier and I thought they'd be used more, but they haven't been, so never mind. Like, I was thinking, like, because the Minecraft Creeper Hiss was always a good one to have, right? Or the Unlock Emote one. If you're not subscribed, it lets you use an emote from the CahirLIVE channel. Bits, you have those. I have the most bits ever. Not a lie, by the way. I didn't spend all your bits on anime women. Am I not the only VTuber you watch? Yeah, I should make that the bit. Not yandere. Just like, make people really parasocial towards me by, like, being clingy. You're going to someone else's stream? Do you hate me? Emotionally manipulative Cahir arc. Follow in Dream's footsteps and emotionally manipulate my audience. I love all of you guys. All of you, you're like my best friends, you know? Maybe this will be the stream to end this? No, we're only halfway. We're all gonna go now. Fair enough, Jello. I hope you have a great rest of your day. It's like yandere, but less yarn. Or just dairy. what the dairy suffix means, to be fair. Because it's always put at the ends of those words, but... Why the fuck do you know all the tropes? Yeah, that sounds like something you should forget. It's the kind of information you have where if you, like, try to walk up to someone to, like, flirt with them and stuff like that, you get, like, an on-screen pop-up saying, you are too much of a virgin. Capri Sun, but highlighted. Crazy. It's got a purple background. It's like an advertisement. Right. Yeah, yes. It's the ones that cost bits. Right. My assumption is the more dairies, the more clingy, lovey they are. So spamming dairy is not just insane. Not just I'll kill your boyfriend level, but still clingy. I see. Yeah, I got hey pronouns, huh? It should... Oh. No, yeah, no, it should be, like, at the very top. So it says rewards, but then above that, it should be message effects, gigantify an emote, and on-screen celebration. Pronouns. Everybody drop your pronouns in chat. Mine are he, him. Alright. You don't have it. Huh. Bizarre. You only got the blurps. No silly things for Rob is forbidden from being silly. It is against the law. Can you be silly? I don't know. Do you have the redeems? You want to live in the town, silly? What's stopping you from living in the town, silly? Yeah. That's not the silly. Mango's right. Don't be silly. That's not the silly.
Hey.
Still not the silly. Hello. But not the silly. At the very top, it should have the power-ups. But maybe they're not there for everybody. Jordy, Shoni? Past tense? Welcome to the stream. I hope that your week has gone well so far. You found any shinies yourself yet? Yet? What was the last shiny you got recently? Fuck. What? My apologies, you've come right in time for me to have a rather large brain fart. Have you caught any shinies recently, are the words I meant to say. Alright. A shiny Mudsdale, yo! Mudsdale's one of those more, like, smaller changes shinies, but I still think it's pretty cool. I like shiny Mudsdale. Too poor for that? I mean, understandable. That is true, Mango. You are kind of like, saying you cannot be silly if you're broke, which... Yikes, am I right? Silliest pay to win, oh no. I should have £1 more. Unbelievable. Alright. Now then. We will all drink to Cahir making a silly pay to win. No, I'm not doing it, it's Twitch. Looks like Apple apps don't have those power-ups. I double-checked. Huh. Bizarre. I wonder why. I mean, I'm not all that chuffed at them being there, if I'm honest. Not my favourite of Twitch's new features. Which is... Maybe it is actually my favourite of Twitch's new features, by, like, default. Because Twitch's new features lately have been pretty shite. Like, again, I've turned on the Twitch, turned off the brain. I turned on the Switch, like, you can clip things and post them to your own channels thing. Just because, like... I think there's a certain size where, like, the exposure you'd get from other people like that maybe isn't worth it. But for, like, someone of my size, it is. What are you even saying, my voice broke loss? Alright. I think, I have been thinking for a while, that I'm going to go to the toilet. So I will be right back. Make sure to stay tuned, for once I am returned, we will be continuing on with the shiny hunt. And we are back. I didn't click on the whole thing, I just said, and we're back. To the be right back screen, which I guess is, not good. Alright. PissGG cult will probably scare any viewers. No, they can join in. PissGG or perish. Alright. I made a radical decision yesterday. We'll see how it goes. A while ago I mentioned that I did this thing where I blocked Twitter on my phone. I added a time limit to Twitter, so I could only use Twitter for 2 hours a day. But I noticed that I was just entirely skirting this by I started using Twitter on browser basically. And it wasn't really decreasing my Twitter time. And, like, my Twitter feed's been getting worse and worse recently. Like, I've actively noticed its, like, quality decreasing. When I say Twitter user, I feel like I've never been ambiguous about this fact. But yeah, I've noticed it been getting worse recently. Like, more nasty shit being put on my feed and stuff. So, I have taken it out of my bookmarks and taken it, like, off my Google homepage. So whenever I try to go on Twitter now, like, just mindlessly go on Twitter, I'll be like, oh, right, I don't want to be going on Twitter. So far, that's worked. If it starts not working, I'm going to just block it entirely, but I couldn't figure out how, so I've not done that yet. I can only use Twitter on my phone, and I've decreased it to an hour a day. So hopefully that works and is good. Like, Twitter was an app that worked fine for me when I just browsed the following feed. The following feed on Twitter gave me all the information I needed without it getting too nasty. But the issue is the For You page got me addicted for some reason. And, like, I just scroll on that for ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. And I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that because Twitter, it's not good. So yeah, I've resolved. I'm not using it anymore. You just don't. That's fair. That's a fair take. You know? But yeah, I'm hoping that helps me out a bit. Fingers crossed. Except for the one time you tweeted about who getting sent silence for nonsense in Osu chat? Who? He's a kind of popular YouTuber. I see. Just the name sounds like, Let me put it this way. Blonde hair, blue eyes? No, okay. Really, like, just say it out loud. Say the name out loud. Like, the capitalization is really... Like... Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe they didn't think it through. But I read that for the first time. I read it, like, out in my head, and I was like... Like, I'm not... I don't know him. I don't know his content. But that name is at the least unfortunate. People don't like him because he said if you don't want to play Osu, don't. It's interesting that that's the controversial take from the guy. I find it funny that nothing statements like that can get people in communities so riled up. If I don't want to do the thing, I don't have to do the thing? What the fuck are you talking about? I find it concerning people send him death threats. I find it interesting that that's like people's go-to when someone disagrees with them is to like threaten them. Like, I just feel like in terms of conclusions and ways of resolving like this conflict, I just seems like a strange one. Sorry, I did the thing where I actually looked inside a part of my bowl that is hard to get to, and I noticed there's like red stuff in it, which looks foul. And now I'm worried about what I'm like ingesting whenever I take a drink. It's like in the I don't know the name of it. I think washers have to be metal. It's a little plastic bit that, like, the screw slots into. And there's red in there, and that doesn't look nice. And the idea of drinking it doesn't appeal to me. But I'm still thirsty and need to drink, so. Like, especially when you're talking for like a few hours straight, you need to like be staying hydrated and shit. Not good for your throat otherwise. Not good for your throat. Get another water? Well, it's a water bottle, and I just need to wash it out properly tonight. Simple as that. Conflict resolution by washing the thing. It's just annoying how like every bottle... I say every bottle. I got that big bottle to drink from during stream, and must have been, yeah, it's over a year ago at this point. Maybe 2 years at this point. I washed it properly yesterday night. I used the Wayback Machine so I don't get scarred like that. Understandable. Can't slate that. Unfortunately, I have yet to get access to time travel technology. Skill issue? Maybe you're right. Perchance. Just gamble harder against time travelers. I feel like gambling against time travelers isn't wise. What are you suggesting? Because, like, what you could do is pretty simple, where you... What's it called? I'd use the Wayback Machine to travel to time to just before you start stream, and then you'd really be CahirLIVE, like, all the time. Whoa. If I had a time machine, I'd time travel back in time to September 10th, 2001. And warn my baby self about the water bottle. I'm like, baby Cahir, you've got to listen to me. In response, I probably go like, and then I don't know what they'd do after that. Why is his name Peabody anyway? What's up with that? Alright. Remember when I warned you about washing your water? Babies do look very similar, to be fair. And as a baby, I did have a striking resemblance to my uncle, who is bald. So... well, you might have warned my uncle, I'm gonna be honest. I'll ask my uncle next time I see him. At least he real. Real and true. But yeah, we'll see what's happening this Wednesday. Grinding takes longer than I thought. Grinding a whole team, level 50s to level 70, sure takes a while. I've noticed. It takes a bit of time. So I might end up doing something else on Wednesday. Not sure what, given that on Friday I'm going to be doing superior raids. Like Friday I'll be doing raids, obviously, because it's going to be Friday. And the superior raids are going to be starting that day. Grass type 7-star superior, which... what does superior get? Pokemon Superior. Show me what you got. Anyways, I have multiple times... What separates Panthera and Felidae is the meow. Big cats roar, small cats meow. Yeah, but I have, like, a voice box. Big cats can't, like, just talk normally, you know? I can also roar. Whoa! See? Crazy stuff. Actually, hopefully you can jump in one when you're back. If you get back in time, I'm gonna have to do a solo. Crazy. What's you got, Superior? What beats... What's that? Fire, flying, ice? Okay. It's got, like, nothing. Well, that might still be an issue. Might still have some nasty strats in. It does have taunt. It has Swords Dance, to be fair. I don't think this is going to be that big of a threat, I'm going to be honest. Looking at its moveset, this seems not all that worrisome. Alright, Contrary Leaf Storm. Holy shit, he's a toothpaste flavored tiger. You better not be trying to eat me. Yeah, I forgot it's probably just going to Leaf Storm Contrary. That also makes it hard for it to set up, though. Does it get any other moves like that help it? I'm not sure. Thing is, if we do it, may have coil. I'm not sure how we'll see. Haha, I walled. Never. Mint is an eye flavor compared to fiberglass. Interesting sentence. I think I get the gist. I could have sworn we'd already done this one. Guess we'll find out the hard way. L, actually, I see. The issue is with L, you need to capitalize it. If you're gonna, like, emphasize that point. Because even if you don't, I'm still just gonna read it as I, I'm gonna be honest. You think I memorized typing quirks? My dyslexic ass just reads things as I see them. Well, I would never use a lowercase I. Well, there's your issue, mate. Alright. Oh, some banging songs in a row there. There is like no better feeling than shuffling your playlist and getting, like, all the bangers one after another. But then you have to hope that whatever you're doing is a quick task, right? Like, my playlist is maybe, like, 17 songs long. So I just have to hope that I can get whatever I'm doing done quickly before it starts to get to the bad ones. I guess the less good ones. You really shouldn't have bad songs on a playlist if you've made the playlist. Because isn't the point of the playlist that you listen to it? So why would you have songs you don't like on it? Remove them. This is advice I won't follow myself. To be fair though, there are songs that I'm always in the mood for, and songs that I'm occasionally in the mood for, right? And like, my playlist has both of those on it. So like, sometimes I'll be like jamming out to a certain song, and I'll be like, yeah, cool, awesome. Like, other times it would just be like, skip. I could have better ideas, I think. Aye. Far too often do I, like, regain sentience just during me doing random shit. Like, I got way too into that. I don't know why I got so into that. I just did. I was fucking entrancing along to the Lacunosa Town theme. Anyway. Maybe we did have Pony Canyon before then. Maybe it was just an earlier route theme? Fuck sentience, hive mind forever. Me when I'm an ant. Or perhaps a hornet. I'm kind of obsessed with the video of that guy tapping all the hornets into the bottle. Like, I love that video a lot, I think. Because it's like... yeah. But when you need a bottle of hornets... and like, real, honestly. If I needed a bottle of hornets... I'd do that. Because, like, think of all the things you could do with a bottle of hornets. You could, give it to someone. You could... like, the thing is, if you wanted to drink the bottle of hornets, you'd have to unscrew that cap and, like, put it to your mouth immediately, right? Like, you let it go for a second, and a couple of those are flying off. You just put your thing over, like, immediately, like, oh. I think that would be one of the worst feelings ever. Like, 100 hornets in your mouth. Because, like, we're not just talking... 100 hornets in your mouth. Like, they'd sting it as well, and like, you feel really weird in there, wouldn't it? That would be a nice sensation. Hear me out. I thought of something worse. And when I say I've thought of it, I mean my voice broke glasses beamed it into my head, whether he means it or not. If you trick a drone into walking into a bottle, you have a pheromone trail which leads all allied ants into walking into that bottle. I mean, like, argue... No, it would have to... They'd have to have a reason to go in there, right? They wouldn't just go in. Would they? I don't think so. Anyway, the Hornet bottle is, gained via other... Gained via other methods. Like putting the Hornet bottle up to the nest and tapping it. Ants are minus brain. They will walk in circles till they die of stamina drain if there's a pheromone trail. Yeah. But something has to establish the pheromone trail, right? Like, the ant death spirals don't just occur. Like, you can't just put a bottle down, have a drone walk into it, and then have a bottle full of ants. Like, they do that, but, like, I don't think you can trigger it that simply. I might be wrong. Most of my ant knowledge comes from the Ants Canada YouTube channel. But I think the death spirals occur in very specific situations. Otherwise, ants would have stopped existing a while ago. Drones are the pheromone setters. They leave trails, and then when there's food, they call out to the other ants. Exactly, which means that it would have to call out to the other ants. So, like, you could have a bottle full of ants if you put, like, a bit of cheese in a bottle, and let an ant find it. Like, fundamentally, if you leave out, like, a can of Coke, the ants will go in there and you will have a bottle of ants. But there needs to be something in there for the ants to want to get to. Can't just be an empty bottle, which was the implication I was taking from what you suggested. Yeah, let's do that, and then give the ant bottle to anyone you slightly dislike. That sounds smart. I'm not sure who I slightly dislike enough to do that to, though. Like, I keep on getting, like... I don't keep on getting... It's self-inflicted, because I watch them, but... Whenever it's, like, a thing that's like... You do this, but the person you hate the most gets this! And it's like, I don't... Like, you get 1 million, but the person you hate the most gets 2 million, and shit like that. It's like, I don't know who I hate the most. I don't think I genuinely have, like, an enemy in that kind of way. Like, oh, my worst enemy, the person I hate the most is gonna get the, like... I don't know who that is. Like, where would that money be? I'd be interested to see where that money would go. Like, there was one that was kind of a more aggressive take, which is, you get 10 million, you get 10 million pounds, but your worst enemy sues you, the person you hate the most in the world sues you, and they take 9 million of that from you. As, like, settlement. You're encouraged to settle. No, you have to settle and give away 9 million. So you walk out 1 million richer, but your worst enemy has taken 9 million from you, right? You have one on the list. My take is, doesn't matter. 1 mil is 1 mil. 3 mil if I silently kill them and PayPal myself. Like, I think that's, like, the main, like, gist of the question, which I think this, like, oh, they're going, like, the person you hate the most is going to sue you and take the money from you. I think that's an interesting twist on it, because it makes it feel more personal. Instead of it just being, they get money. Like, I could see there being, and then you have the court stress. Exactly! So it's more than just, like, oh, you get the money, right? But, like, I was just sitting there thinking, I don't know... I don't know who would be suing me. Like, maybe it's just the fact I'm an adult now. And those questions are very, like, I get, like, a lot of responses from, like, people in, like, school who are getting bullied, right? Like, because, like, when you're in school, you have, like, to be fair, like, workplaces, I feel like, often have ops, right? Managers, other co-workers. And then again, there are, like, people in, like, big friend groups who fucking hate some other people in their friend group. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. That's why I, like, prefer having a smaller friend group. Because, like, I was on the periphery of, like, a big friend group, and I swear, every single day, one person was crying over something that happened. Not the same person, to be clear. Like, every time I went in, there was some kind of beef going on. Someone was mad at someone else. Often justifiably, I'm gonna be honest. But there was always some shit going on. And it was like, man, I'm glad I don't know most of these people and I'm friends with, like, a good like, a small chunk of them. Because if I, like, had to be in an active friendship with a lot of these people... it would be so stressful. And that just seems like way too much effort. Can I haggle the settlement? I have 10 million in lawyers. I can bleed them out until they don't want to go to court anymore. That is, like, I guess the issue with that one is, like, surely... like, it's positioned in a way where it sounds escapable, right? The benefit of, like, your worst enemy gets 2 million is, like, that just happens, right? But, like, oh, they're gonna sue you makes it sound like you can escape it. I feel like the fundamental idea is you can't. You have to pay pay the 9 million settlement. You don't have a choice. You get 1 million and your worst enemy gets 9 million. It's just they take that 9 million from you. It sounds avoidable, but I don't think it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be like a this has to happen type beat. Thing is, they may sue you for a certain amount, but the jury may say you pay less. Yeah, but like a settlement is like, okay, I'm not a lawyer. I'm very stupid, actually. But from what I understand, a settlement is money you pay to make the other party just back down, right? Like, when you settle, you give them the money, but, like, it's not the big shebang of, like, an actual trial, an actual, like, case, right? And the gist is, you pay a 9 million settlement. They're not suing you for 9 million. You have to pay your worst enemy 9 million in the settlement. This is why I think it doesn't work. Like, I kind of brought it up as, like, an interesting alternative. But, like, I don't think it works because there's too much conversation to be had. There's too much confusion. Like, it works in the way that, like, there's more going on, which means it's not just, yes or no, but, like, I think there's too much going on. I guess that's, like, the benefit, though, of there being too much going on. Is people are going to question all that's going on, right? Like, Yeah. I let it work just after I bullied them in court. But yeah, I don't think that's like a part of the thing that's... part of the gist. And again, like, I think it's been made too complicated. Why are you hunting for the uncatchable shiny if you can't catch it? Because I realized, yeah. I get a shiny, I box it. Most of my shiny, like, Scarlet and Violet's changed it, I actually do use my shinies sometimes now. But most of the time, I catch a shiny, and it goes into a box somewhere, and I never touch it again. So what's the difference of me being able to look at it on screen for like a few minutes, and spending a few minutes catching something, and then like just putting it away somewhere? Also, it's a shiny that not many people have seen. And I think that's cool in its own way, right? But welcome to the stream, all the same Fireheart. I hope that your week has gotten off to a good start. Have you caught any shinies recently? Thing is what have you actually done in punitive damages to warrant at least a 9 million settlement? I don't know. If I can't bully them in court, then the funds are gone. I'll just take it to mediation and give them the 9 mil there. Court's too stressful and settlement is settlement. Isn't it? Probably nuking the moon with your million. I'm gonna keep it real, emo voice break glass. I think you need more than 1 million to nuke someone. Like the moon. I think you need more than 1 million for that task. Bluntly put, I think that would be a cost a bit more than that. A bit more than 10 million as well. Then I'll steal and sell the moon. Gru? And someone I mean, Gru didn't try to sell the moon, to be fair. Gru stole the moon because he wanted to make an impact on the world, right? He wanted to be remembered. That was like his thing. It's crazy because Despicable Me is like actually a pretty good movie. But everything after that Illumination made was just kind of tripe. Like, there are glimpses of quality in their films sometimes. It's so funny that, like, Illumination, a company that fundamentally have been, like, known for making mediocre movies, like, yeah, like, Illumination are, like, a company known for making mediocre movies. But they're also, like, one of the very few, like, big companies that have actually come out against AI art. And I find that such a funny contrast. Like, yeah, they fucking hate the idea of AI art. Their movies... Alright. I guess there's no real correlation between those two, but... I guess you'd expect them to make better movies if they care so much about art. I just watch people play Pokemon and play Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Go, you're trying to get a shiny of all the EV line. Ah, understandable! Best of luck with that. That's a very cool goal. How many shiny EVs do you have so far? Yeah, Go is one of those games I keep on thinking I should play that more, and then I don't. But I think Go is still very cool. It's whack that it's almost been a decade since it came out. Again, people always gas up that first Pokemon Go summer. But it was whack. So far, you've got none of them besides normal Eevee, not even shiny. Understandable, understandable. Well, hopefully there's an Eevee community day or something similar soon, so you can bag one. Or maybe even just get lucky. As even I hope that you do. Alright. But yeah, the Eevee line have nice shinies. I think the only shinies from the Eevee line that are kind of are Leafeon and Glaceon. Because they don't really change that much. I pray 2 million event odd Eevees spawn on you. I think you're hoping their game crashes. I'm gonna be honest with you, my voice broke glass. Worst thing is you're trying to do it completely free to play. You can't spend money on video games. Is Pokemon Go even that pay to win? Unless it's changed drastically since I last played it. I never remembered it being so, like, from what I remember, there's, like, you have to pay to increase the bag limit. But from what I also remember is I managed to, like, the bag limit doesn't count on specific balls you can get. Like, there are specific ways that the game can give you Pokeballs that it just goes over your total. I think my current Pokemon Go bag has like 1,000 items in it, and it's still the base size. If I use all my Pokeballs, I have to wait a few days so I can get more through the research. I see, I see. Are there not all that many Pokestops nearby then? They fail 200,000 shinies that's on them. By the sounds of it, the Pokeball totals don't quite back it up though. Maybe spread that out over like a longer time period. Right. The closest Pokestop is 160 minutes away. Understandable then. Sometimes I like try to have a thought and my brain just doesn't have it doesn't like it has the thought and then it doesn't connect it to what the Am I having a stroke again? Alright. There used to be no Pokestops in my area. They actually have added a few since launch. Smile and raise both of your hands. I remember I was like, I didn't think I was having a stroke, but like something was wrong because the other week I got like a blind spot in my my blind spot in my right eye increased in size. Yeah, my blind spot like had increased in size. I was watching Demon Slayer and like half of everyone's faces was just like blurred and weird to me, and I realized it's because like it was my blind spot. And if your blind spot's too big, then your brain can't fit. Like normally the blind spot's fine, right? Normally the blind spot's fine. It's too far in your peripheral vision. and nothing all that big is happening there, that it's all that noticeable. But it had gotten to the size where, like, it just was. There was one day I was at a family reunion, and there were a few Pokestops nearby, and they were close enough for you to activate them and get the Pokeballs. But you've already used most of them. Well, yeah, Rob over on Twitch is pointing out you can ask them to put one nearby. Have you tried? Have you tried, like, contacting Niantic? Because it might be worth a shot, really. Ooh. See if you can get him to help you out. You can't unless they have Gmail. They probably do. Like, yeah, Rob, how did you, yeah, Rob's saying he asked them to put one outside his house, and they did. How did you contact them? Was it over email, or was it in the game? There's like 3 Pokestops at every train station near you. Yeah, but especially if the Fireheart's like American or something. Or just in general, there's no guarantee they're near a train station. You're gonna say plop one right where you are? I mean, yeah, I am interested by that. Was there like a vague area you asked? There's a form in Pokemon Go you can use. So you can do it through the app. Alright. Recently got back into Pokemon Go, and I have a fond memory of the last time you played it. You can just place a Pokestop anywhere, but they removed it. I don't quite remember that happening. Also, by joining the Pokemon Trainer Club, you can do it there. I see. I think I remember people saying that if you played the original Niantic location-based app, I can't remember the name of it, but you could like get Pokestops added from there because they just copied Pokestop data from like the app over to Go. All right. Let's... Alright. And you have no friends that play Pokemon Go, so you can't ask them to add you with your friend code. But you get 100 free Pokeballs per friend? You can? I know friends can, like, give you gifts, but you need to, have, you need to, like, get the gifts from Pokestops, from what I remember. I didn't realize you could, through friends, get people to gift you stuff. So, like, can I just wander around and Fiery gets Pokeballs? I think it's... Yeah, from what I remember, you go, like, to a Pokestop, and you can get gifts from the Pokestop that you can give to people. That can have a variety of items in them. No, you can get experience through friends. Gifts are where the balls are. That's what I thought. Because gifts were in the game last time I played. Which must have been 2018 or so? Maybe 19? But I think you can only give, like, one friend a gift per day, right? Or is it you can only give anyone one gift per day? Anyone, I see, I see. You can send your friend code to people, and if they use it, you get 100 Pokeballs for free. I don't think that's how it works. Rob over on Twitch is saying that you get experience through friends. So maybe you do for, like, the first level. But I don't think that works consistently. You did it before with a friend code you found on Google? I mean, yeah, I've not played Go in a while, but Rob still plays it. So I'm going to prod him for the second opinion on that. Over in the other box down below. Yeah, I haven't played Go since maybe 2021. I remember last time I played it, I got a Gala Articuno, which I thought was cool. So it really surprised me to find out how few Gala Pokemon were in Go. You're going to stop messaging and chat for a little bit? Understandable, understandable. Alright. $7,277. That's 10. We'll see how late we go tonight. I'll probably go on for another 20 minutes or so hunting. So we'll probably get to 300, maybe 3... We'll probably end up getting a bit over 300. So yeah, I think in a couple of streams I'll do like a big push to get to 8K. That'll be the dub. Maybe I'll go straight to 8,100, because obviously that's odds. Those are the shiny odds for this game. Alright. This is your last message for now, and they added they added a bunch of Gala Pokemon with the new update. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Eastwing. Yeah, no, I've heard about that. That's what I meant, because back when I played it, I just assumed there were a bunch of Gala Pokemon in the game already. So I was surprised to find out when the Dynamax stuff was getting added, that that's when they were adding the Gala stuff. Only ways to get balls outside of gifts and stops are by using daily incense for it. Not sure how, though. I mean, yeah, no, I'm in the same boat on that. Alright. But yeah, no, it's a shame because Go is such an easier game to play when you're, like, in a more populated area. And I think that's a shame. Pay to win. I mean, yeah, that, or, again, like, I think you can get coins in other ways, like doing gyms and stuff. But to do gyms and stuff, you need to live near gyms. If you don't, you're just a bit fucked, innit? Oh god, oh god. Please, anything but live near gym. You might, Mango. You should get Pokemon Go and check. Because there's every chance that you live near gym. Yeah, I love being an hour away from London. Write that down, write that down. We can pinpoint his location. We can pinpoint his location. The remote raid passes are good for getting those legends. Don't those cost money, though? I will live in blissful ignorance. I'm asking Nintendo to put gym on all mangoes. Wait a minute. Mango. You? Where do you live, Mango? Where do you live? Perchance, where do you live? Your walls. Well, how interesting. Because just down the road from me is a gym. So you do live near a gym. There is no ignorance here. I will open all eyes. I'm like John Sims if he was a furry. Jonathan Sim. What's his... It's Sims, right? It's been a while since I listened. Yeah, Jonathan Sims. Right. I suppose it's murder time then. I have a YouTube short for that. It was my first one. It might not be, actually. It was one of my first. It was the first one that did well. And it's still one of my best performing. I need to step up my game. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to talk about murder again. That actually kind of made me jump. Ah. I wonder if there are going to be any moments in ZA that hit as hard as the Eterna Forest theme kicking in Heartwood. Because that was a really good moment. It was the Eterna Forest theme starting in the Heartwood. Or we'll never get over it. We think it's pretty cool. It looks like I might have been right on my second conclusion, though. Because we haven't heard anything about ZA so far this month. I don't think we're going to hear anything about it this month. It's over, ZA bros. What mon would be best for murder? Arceus. Alright. I hope they do some better music for Legends, though. Remember that theme being meh. Compare that to, Origin Form remixes. For the Legends, though. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, hopefully. Sorry, I thought you meant the music in Legends at first, but, like in Legends Arceus. But no, you mean, you hope they remix the music, give some better music to the legendary Pokemon of Kalos. Like I said, yeah, you can't arrest God, but I like Murkrow from Mango more. I think Mango was just suggesting a normal Crow, I'm gonna be honest. Other than that, I feel like Magcargo could be a good bet, because, like, the issue is Magcargo isn't a precision. Magcargo would do a bunch. But it wouldn't, like, if you just wanted to kill one person, it wouldn't go that well. If you wanted to kill, like, a room full of people. Yeah, there's only usually Vettel fight music. You can't really remember, like, at all. You're right. I'm gonna be clear. I cannot remember anything from that thing. How does it feel to be so wrong, Rob? I'm gonna be honest. How does it feel to be so resoundingly incorrect? I'm not. You are. This goes hard as hell. How can you hear the doo 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 doo? That goes hard. I think the Pokemon that's most probable to be able to murder somebody is the legendary Giratina. Giratina is kind of only protecting the Distortion world, though. Like, that was Giratina's thing when it was attacking Cyrus, was it was just trying to protect the Distortion world. Pokemon like Groudon and Kyogre have actively created natural cataclysms. Yveltal's the god of death in the Pokemon world. And there are, like, a lot of Pokedex entries that just refer to killing people. Pokemon killing people. Like Greavard. which actively drains your life force if you go to pet it. I'm not sure if Greavard is in, I'm not sure if Greavard is in, Go yet, though. It's mid if you compare it to other Legends music. I don't know, man. Like... What's it called? What was I looking for? Like, Groudon Kyogre's isn't that great. I'm trying to remember Reshiram and Zekrom. Oh, this one does go hard, actually. Or Shadow Lugia, because in Pokemon XD, they kill someone in the first 5 minutes. That's true. Giratina, however, only works to protect its own realm, really. Swords of Justice is great. I love the Swords of Justice. But I think we're going to do main Legends. And I think, unfortunately, Zainichi and Yveltal kind of have really cool ones. Solgaleo's theme is pretty solid. Gyarados destroyed entire towns, actually. That's the Ultra Necrozma theme! I never realised that! Like, it's a motif, I'm sure that wasn't... I'm sure that's not intended to be like a reference to the theme, but... It's just, no it isn't, oi. Oh, you're talking about your own name in chat. Yeah, no, it's us. What about, like, Mewtwo's? Does it even have its own theme? This is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moons. It's a good one, to be fair. I like that. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like the, I think Gen 3's is pretty eh. It's very repetitive, like, da 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 da. Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of it. So I do think this one's worse. It's pretty like, it's got a cool vibe to it. I think it's interesting as what's it called? It's got a vibe to it that I think fits Mewtwo well. I'm not sure it's like a good... It's a good Mewtwo song, but I'm not sure it's a good song. Pay for the theme for the evil team in Pokemon Ranger Gale of Darkness? Ranger Gale of Darkness. Alright. But yeah, I'll just listen to some to legendary themes, because Rob was saying that the X and Y legends were the worst. I do need to get back on with the hunt. I think Gen 3 is a piece of music as good as it has a grandiose scale. It does feel like you're fighting a kaiju. I feel like it does match it well. But, I don't know. I think the X and Y Legends themes goes pretty hard. I think it's got a solid beat to it. I'd say it could fit more, but I'd hope that they, like, maybe would make it fit more in Legends ZA. But I think it's good. I don't think it's worse. X and Y gets too much hate. It's a good game from what I've seen. X and Y to me is like Pokemon. It's the Pokemon game. Like, it doesn't like... As much as it introduces Mega Evolution, it's pretty, like, close to what Pokemon is and what it's about at its core. Like, it's the Pokemon game. I don't think it's done anything particularly wrong. It's a solid game to play, especially, like... If you just want to play some Pokemon, X and Y is the best game for that, I think. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not that big of a fan of Mega Evolution, though. And I'm not all that chuffed at the start of, like, the... Every generation needs a new battle gimmick. I think battle gimmicks are... As much as we've had a few good ones, I think the series would be better off without them. Cahir, I have a link for you. Do I have a permission to link a song? I mean, you can link it in the Discord. I won't be playing it now, though. I was just doing the legendary themes because I wanted to compare them. What if you want to play a Pokemon game, but also not play a Pokemon game? Well, there are a few options. There's Legends Arceus, Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Ranger, Pokken Tournament as well, yeah. Double Stab is a cool gimmick, though. Terrestrialization and Z-moves are the best gimmicks to me because they fundamentally don't change that much about what Pokemon is and what it's about, right? I'd say Terrestrialization more so. Terrestrialization is just what if you could change a Pokemon's type. Goes hard, opens up so many different strategies in such a simple gimmick. Works really well. Z-moves is just what if you could fire off one superpowered attack per battle. Simple, works well. I think Gigantamax and Megas are just a bit, too much. I like it just for comp, though. I think as, like, an actual mechanic, it's the best that they've come up with so far. I think it's interesting to see how they've iterated, because they did Mega Evolution, But then they realized Mega Evolution was too limited and very much kind of forced the hands of team options to, like, include Megas and shit. Very much, like, kind of narrowed the breadth of strategizing even more than Pokemon does normally. Then Z-moves struck the issue of, like, while every Pokemon could do it, using up an item, like, having to use up the item slot for the Z-move was a fundamental, like, negative and issue, and only being able to do it once a battle. This is Gen 5. Generation 5, Black and White, and Black and White 2 are the only games in the franchise where the Pokemon at the beginning, in the introductory screen, can be shiny. But, yeah, Z-moves bring the issue to the table of, like, it takes up an item slot. You need an item slot to use it. So, number one, using up an item slot. Number two, if that Pokemon dies before you get the Z-move off, you're fucked. You don't have a Z-move anymore. And that's quite the drawback. Which brings us into Dynamax, which doesn't even have an item. Any Pokemon can Dynamax in the team. It's more of a fusion between Mega Evolution and Z-moves, where the Pokemon get buffed up a bit, mostly in terms of hit points. And they can each, like, unleash super powerful attacks in the max moves. But overall, it just didn't really gel that well with people. People were like, Pokemon but big? That's boring. I think it's, like, I don't know, I like the idea of, like, the kaiju battles, but it's also very limited. It can only be done in the main game, in specific locations in the gyms. Outside of that, you can't use it. Which I think's fine, because it means that it plays more like a normal Pokemon game outside gyms, but I digress. And then that brings us to Terrestrialization, which I think has fixed every issue of the gimmicks up until this point. Any Pokemon can use it on your team, you don't need to waste an item slot. So it's not limited. It's not limited at all, actually. You don't need to be in any specific location to use it. Yeah, you don't need to be in any specific location to use it, and there's no Pokemon limitations for it. In fact, this is the first gimmick. You're trying to find the odds for the hunt that I'm doing, but couldn't find it. It's 1 in 8,096, which is the regular odds in Generation 5. No extra odds or anything, it's just regular 1 in 8,096. So we're a little bit below odds at the moment still. But, yeah, Terrestrialization I think is the most flexible. It opens up so many strategies. I thought it'd be more because it's in the intro. No, it's just treated like a regular Pokemon. And that's why it works, because, basically, instead of... In every game up until this, from what I understand, in the intro animation, the Pokemon that they show you is an asset for the animation. Of, like, for this... It's an asset for this part of the game. It's not the actual Pokemon that they're showing you. They're showing you its sprite, but it's not actually generating the Pokemon. In Black and White, I'm guessing because the sprites are animated, that's an actual Minccino that just got generated. But instead of being a trainer Minccino, I guess it's a wild Minccino or something, which means it doesn't have any kind of lock on it. So it can be shiny. I might have explained that really poorly, but the point is it's basically just a wild Pokemon that's being called into the cutscene. I think they should include Megas again, but as standard evolution and balance it. It's a waste of the cool designs. I kind of see that. If they're going to pop up every once in a while in non-VGC games, like Legends ZA and Let's Go, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I think that's fine. Like, I'm fine with them showing up occasionally, but, like, I'd rather we not have like, it just brought back as a mechanic straight up. Again, I hope as Generation 10's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, they just go no gimmick. But I don't think they will because Sun and Moon was the 20th anniversary and did have a gimmick. Alright. If Nintendo would let them put Pokemon games on other consoles, I probably would have beaten as many as I could. I mean... emulation. Right. But, what's it called? You know, I don't want to see Mega Evolution come back properly, though. I think, like, as a mechanic, you can tell it's the first one they made. The issue is it just appeals so much to, like... It's a very, like... It's a marketable mechanic. Those are the words I'm looking for. It's a very, like, marketable mechanic, you know? Pokemon, but they get stronger? Like, everybody loves a fucking out-of-nowhere power-up. I don't. Which is probably why I don't like Mega Evolution. But, like, the shit people always remember is, like, in Dragon Ball Z, when Goku goes Super Saiyan. They always remember when, Jotaro's Star Platinum got the ability to stop time. Like, they love, like, people love, like, oh shit, the thing powers up, right? And that's exactly what Mega Evolution is. It's, oh shit, the thing powers up. And especially because they've got, like, designs where they're, like, upgraded and stronger. People, like, eat that shit up, you know? But I think as, like, an actual mechanic, it's kind of eh. Like, again, I think the designs are cool. I do think the designs are cool. But I think as an actual, like, mechanic in the game, it's a pretty one. And I think all the justifications people give for, like, oh, well, Mega Evolution is to make weaker Pokemon more viable. It's not. It's none of those things. It's... the strong Pokemon get real strong. And that's it. Which, again, is why I think it's, like, better placed in a game like ZA, because... yeah, I think it's fun if they bring it up occasionally, like in ZA and stuff, but... I'd be interested to see if a Legends game set in Hoenn would have Megas or not. Because, like, they really overhauled Hoenn and its lore in ORAS. And it'd be weird for them to make a Legends game and entirely ignore that. You'd kind of expect them to bring back Mega Rayquaza, right? And Primal Groudon and Kyogre. So I'll be interested to see if we ever do get a Legends game set in Hoenn. Which I'd say we might. Legends ZA, people don't appreciate it, like, what that means enough. But, like... so, we're getting ZA in 2025. My bets are we get Generation 10 in 2026 on the next Nintendo console. So in 2027, we're likely to be getting the DLC for Gen 10. Which means 2028, 4 years away, we could be getting anything. It could be a Legends game, it could be a Black and White remake. If it's a Legends game, it could be fucking anything. It could be fucking Kanto, Johto, Hoenn. We could be going to Juniper. We're probably not going back to Sinnoh. We're probably not going back to Kalos, but it could be like Alola, it could be Gal. Like, we don't know what it's going to be, and I think that's one of the exciting things about it. It's like, we don't know. So I think that'll be a really cool thing to look forward to in 2028. Only a bit off. But don't worry, Rob. When that announcement comes around, I'll, what was it called? When that announcement comes around, I'll make sure to dedicate it in memoriam to you. I reckon it could be a January release again. I don't think it will be. We're too close. That's only 4 months off. I think if it was going to be a January release, we would have heard about it by now. I could see it being summer. Oh, I did not realize the time. Okay, we'll go to 7340. You're dedicated to me, so I'll be dead by then. I mean, you are getting on in years. I'm sorry. Uncalled for, I know. But yeah, no, I think ZA is going to be later on in 2025. I don't think it's going to be January. If it was going to be January, we would have heard more by now. I would be very surprised if it was January. And if it is, all those people being like, oh, they're giving it more time, are going to be eating dirt, so... I mean, you're not wrong. I guess I should cut back on the drinking and the vaping, bro. What's that one meme? What is it? What is it? I don't think I'm gonna find it here. I can't... Whenever I want to fucking find a specific meme, I can never find it, I swear. Nicotine. It's like one of the young Disney Channel boys. And he's like... something vaping. Like, it's something like about... some quote about, like, stopping vaping. And it's like, well, actually, it's some other thing, and doctors don't even know the full repercussions of it yet. Who knows, I may not even last the whole campaign. No. No, you got it. You're the closest thing that our group has to a leader. You think Borja Lee's gonna take care of Dragolgarus? No. You're gonna leave that all to Raya? Huh? Huh? I fucking went over... I'm just... one more encounter! Okay. That was what I meant to do, but, like, it wasn't how I meant to do it. Like, something bad could have happened there. I could have done that wrong, and that would have been not great. Alright. Anyway. Pokidoku, it's Point Crow. If Crowgunk is a viable option on this, then we know Point Crow does indeed watch CahirLIVE. If he doesn't, then it was all a pipe dream. It was all a pipe dream. Alright. Oh yeah, we don't. They don't know the effects of vaping. We're part of the experiment. How would you get off cigs? I guess. Yeah, that's like the benefit. Probably better. I mean, we have some of the short-term things, aka like 15 years. What do we know? I want to fucking find that meme. No, that wasn't what I wanted to. No. I think I just butchered the spelling of repercussions. Yeah, no, this isn't. I'm floundering. I'm floundering. If I find it, I'll send it to the Discord. Pokidoku. There's less bad than 6. Well, that's good at least. Monotype, dual type, and Kanto. Normal, final evolution, and evolved by item. That's alright. This slot here, Point Crow's gonna put Vaporeon. Just wanna clear it up with everybody. She's gonna put Vaporeon there. This slot for me, however, I think I'm gonna put Golem. Hey, 1.6. That might not be that low, honestly, but it's low enough. Kanto Final Evolution and Kanto Normal Type. Gmax Snorlax might be an interesting bet. Kangaskhan's going to get really high. It did last time. It was the highest last time. But there is also Mega Kangaskhan. So... Mega Pidgeot might be a bet. Because the only normal type Gmax form is Snorlax, from what I remember, and I don't think... Unless it is. 1.7 again. There are a lot of Kanto normal types, though. I think this is high. This is going to be on the higher end. Then final evolutions from Kanto. Snorlax counts again, obviously, but other than that... What are going to be the ones people forget? Dugong? Cloyster? I'm going to go Cloyster. I keep on getting, like, 1 point. These are, like, not good answers, I don't think. They're not bad answers, but they're not good. Right, then we have Dual Type, Normal, Final Evolution, and Evolved by Item. Heliolisk tends to do pretty well as a normal Dual Type. I might put Heliolisk. Yeah, 2.2. Maybe not that great. People are starting to remember Heliolisk exists. Then Dual Type Final Evolution. Heliolisk again, technically. Other than that, like, I don't know, Age Slash. Escavalier. 0.3. Alright, and then Dual Type evolves by item. Cloyster again, technically. Rhyperior? Ceruledge and Armarouge, but are those going to be too common? Too recent? Because it's like Roserade and Gallade and more than that. Like Whimsicott and again Aegislash. There's Chandelure, there's like Slowking and Gala's slow, bro. .8, that's high. That's high. Then Monotype normal, Monotype final evolution, and then Monotype evolved by item. Okay, so mono normal types. Like, obviously, like Lechonk, Mousehold. But if people are going to remember Mousehold, this doesn't need to have been an evolved Pokemon or anything. Stuff like Taurus and Miltank counts. Then we have... Let's go more towards the, like, middle. I think there's a Lillipup line of what comes to mind first, and, like... Bunnelby, Squavette, Double, Wooloo, Cast, Form, Kecleon. I think mono evolutions are going to be bad ones to put, though. I'm going to put Tandemaus. 1.7, that's high. That's really fucking high. Monotype final evolution. You're forgetting Goop again. Ditto. I don't think Ditto's going to get that low, though. Monotype final evolution. Garganical counts. So does Sandaconda. I think Sandaconda's going to get higher. Same with Poltegeist. Maybe like Gen 6, like Aromatisse and Slurpuff and Florgs and Clawitzer and Go-Goat and Avalugg. Go. Am I gonna want to go back a gen? Like Lilligant. Starters as well count Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Teleon. I think those will get high though. You know who won't? Eldegoss. And then finally evolved by item. Monotype. Obviously Lilligant, Simipour, Simisage, Simisear. We got Machamp, Milotic, Huntail, and Gorbis. We got... Huntail and Gorbis get pretty high normally. Evolved by item, we got Blossom, Politoed. I think we want to go later though. Darmanitan, Galadarmanitan. Galadarmanitan. I think. Cool. I'm chickening out. It might be level up. I think it is Ice Stone, but I'm gonna put Bellibolt. Alright. I got pretty low there, to be fair. I got 11. The lowest was 7. So I got alright. Oh, he put... No. He put Cloyster. Point Crow put Miltank. Mega Lopunny. Lickitung. Alotic. Gardevoir. Jinx. Vaporeon, Nidoqueen, and Cloyster. Oh, he was the lowest, but he was equal with Bellybolt as well. So Titan's a stone evolution? I did not know that. Grabominable was the lowest there at 0.6. Machamp was actually equal with Golem. Gmax Meowth was only a bit below Gmax Snorlax. Wait, where were my... Okay, my fumbles were with these two, actually. I think all the others went fine, yeah. Every other category was fine. It was only the top two that I did badly at. Interesting. Rathatos was the most common. I almost... Like, Drampar comes to mind really quick. And so does Heliolisk, apparently, these days. Should have tried with... Oh, Indeedee's a good one. Squawk... I need to go with Squawkabilly for normal type from now on, I think. Alright. Anyway. That right there is where I'm going to end off for the day. I do hope you've all had a great time. I certainly have. I'll be back on Wednesday with something. It might be the final, the Soul Silver Nuzlocke, but I might not have gotten my Pokemon to good enough levels. And if I haven't, we will not be doing the final of the Nuzlocke then. So I'll be doing something else. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you all had great times. I certainly have. And I will be back on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your weeks. Goodbye and good night.